Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Mint, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes today. Back with another video. Today we're going to talk about the Astros. And I will still call them the Astros. I won't call them the Asterisks like everyone else is. In the current state of baseball and some things Commissioner Manfred has said. This isn't my video on Manfred. That's coming. I have a whole series of, in my eyes, where Rob Manfred has done wrong for the sport of baseball. So look forward to those. They'll be coming, probably dropping Friday or Saturday. So this is just a quick rant on the Astros and the cheating and what this thing has become. I, to this point, have decided not to talk about this and not do a video about this because it is just so infuriating, gets under my skin. Now we are at the stage where a lot of back talk, a lot of backlash has come back and forth. And now we got players saying things. I saw something on Facebook, I don't know if it's true, but 6 Astros have been hit by pitch so far this spring training, which would be hilarious if it did happen. And I wouldn't object, but I don't know that that's true. Could be unintentional, you know, it is spring training, people are getting loose, getting warmed up, whatever. But at this point, it is beyond belief that a cheating scheme of this magnitude, the buzzers, if you saw the Jose Altuve video where he's holding his shirt, I mean, it all seems pretty fishy. I don't believe that he got a bad tattoo. I don't believe that he's shy. And I definitely don't believe that his wife is a jealous lady. Maybe she is, but I just don't believe it. And to see this happen to our game, the game of baseball as a whole, has just been painstaking. Because it not only wrecks the integrity of the 2017 season, but it wrecks the integrity of the players on this team. I've watched so many reaction videos, as we all probably have. And Bauer, you know, Cody Bellinger, everybody's out there saying things. Mike Trout's gotten into the discussion. David Ortiz, which is really funny because he was linked to steroids, but everyone seems to forget that. So the Astros now at this point have had no players suspended. The team lost $5 million. Whoop-de-doo. Multi-million-dollar franchise losing $5 million. Drop in the bucket. They fired GM and coach. No real loss. I mean, really, it didn't affect the team as a whole. The team that played on the field is still there. I personally think, after much time, I didn't initially think this, but they need to suspend the whole team. Rob Manfred did block himself from doing that, but it needs to be a point where the whole team is suspended, maybe for a longer term than just a season, but a season where the AAA Astros take over in place of the Major League Astros, and they suffer the consequences. And even players that have moved on that aren't on the 2017 Mike Fiers. Mike Fiers came out and outed this situation, but he was a part of it. He didn't turn his World Series ring in. You know, he didn't return his money. That's another point, though, that I've heard spoke about recently, is the money that the Astros made. Because, as we all know, baseball players get a share of a playoff amount of money. The Astros get the biggest share because they won the World Series. Every round you're in gets you a share of the playoff money. You get more money for winning the World Series. I think it was like, I don't remember the millions. I'm sorry, I forget. But that money should be gone. They should be suspended. I don't even want to say it, but the hunk of metal should be taken away from them. Again, that's not about the Astros. That's Rob Manfred. Don't worry, there's a couple part series coming on about things Rob Manfred is doing wrong for the game. So watch for that. But yeah, this is just one of those black eyes. You know, if you look at Astros fans and you talk to people and you're in these conversations, you hear people saying, well, we should just get over it and move on. Well, you can't get over something of this magnitude, especially since it wasn't even just the 2017, it was the 2018 World Series as well. And that is where this is ugly, because there's still an investigation pending for what the Red Sox did. Now, I get sign stealing has existed for many, many years, but using technology to assist you with stealing signs is next level. It's next level cheating and taking advantage of the game. It goes back to the scandal with the Apple Watches. It's just, stuff has no place in the game. You know, you look at a guy like Pete Rose has lifetime ban for betting on his team to win. That's terrible. The guy bet that his team was going to win. He didn't throw anything. He didn't cheat. He bet on his team to win. Mind you, he is a Hall of Fame candidate, and it's a shame. But enough on Pete Rose. I digress. The Astros need to see suspension. More needs to happen. Even if Rob Manfred has to go back and renege on their deal, especially watching that damning Jose Altuve home run off of Chapman. Just makes me sad. And this is the current state of baseball. This is what we're talking about. This is what happens every time you turn on MLB Network. You see the same crap about this. I'm done. I want it to be gone, but at the same time, it's not going to resolve without them doing something to these players. Because if you watch the media and you watch the interviews of these guys, they lost nothing. They lost nothing. A coach and a GM, that means nothing. Their bank accounts are still big. They still have World Series rings in their trophy rooms. They still can say world champions. Every one of these players, each and every one of these players is tainted for life. I watch the top 100, the top 10s right now, you know, the MLB Network specials. I'm sorry, but each and every one of these guys is tainted and shouldn't be in these lists. And if you do, they need to have the asterisks. Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, and just any Josh Reddick, whoever it is that's on the Astros roster and was on that roster, is tainted. I used to be a big Justin Verlander guy. You know, loud, outspoken Justin Verlander. Lost interest. Sorry. You were on the Cheetos. I don't care if you were in the bullpen. You were still on the cheaters. You cheated. Your whole team cheated. And you said nothing about it because you walked away a world champion and with extra money in your pocket. Shame on them. All right, guys, that's all I got. It's giving me a headache to even talk about this because it's just so disgusting and so revolting for the game. And yeah, that's all I got. So thank you for watching. As always, check out this video here. That's my last video. That is the one that YouTube recommends for you. Go over, check out my Instagram. I post updates on when I'm doing videos, different pictures, things that I find interesting, just different random stuff there. And then Twitter, Miller Minute on Twitter. Join my following there. As always, like and subscribe to the video, share it with a friend, and thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers!